All right, this is my favorite trading strategy. I think it's super simple. There's not a lot to it, so anyone can trade it, whether they're beginner, intermediate, or a pro. And there's two ways to trade it. You can trade it from a breakout, or you can trade a failed breakout. I've tried failed breakouts and I'm not really good at it, so I just trade the breakout way, but I'll try a couple of the failed breakouts in this video just to see if they work out. For this strategy, there's a couple things that I like to mark out pre-market. I'm in trading view on the market replay right now. We're going to go to the 10th at 7:30 a.m. And pre-market, I would hop into the daily time frame. I would mark out pre-market high, previous day high and low. Then I would be on the 5-minute because that's what I like to trade it off of. And I'm going to start at 2 a.m. and I'm going to mark out the pre-market high and low. So here and here. I'm going to change the previous day high low colors so I don't get them confused. And basically like the previous day high and low just help as like targets if there's a breakout. And then, all right, so then I'll just wait for a break of the pre-market high or low, which we'll go in here and just play really quick. And then this first trade will take a little bit, but the second trades I'll just like crop down so they'll be super quick. And then the only thing I don't like about TradingView is it freaking doesn't show tick by tick. It just like shows after the candle's closed. All right, so we broke pre-market high. I would be looking for a pullback, which we failed. Since we failed it, we could look for a failed breakout. So basically, since we failed to break above this, I'm going to try to short it, but I'm going to wait for a pullback to the pre-market high level, a pullback and then a fail for an entry. So it's kind of just consolidating there. It's actually like super, just super consolidating there. In real life, if I sat there till open till like 9:40, I would just do like a no trade day. But let's see if something does set up a little bit here. Cool. So we had a pullback, and then like that's kind of like showing me it's rejecting the level. So I'll try a short. We'll put take profit at this bottom here, and then stop loss is just going to go above those candles. And then I'd want like at least a 1-to-1. So I'm just going to widen it a little bit and hopefully it'll hit. And dude, I have no idea what happened on these days trading because I can't remember back that far. And this is the first time I'm seeing it. Ooh, that's right. Take profit hit. I'm surprised because I'm really bad at trading like the fail breakout, but that trade, as you can see right here, made $300. Let's hop into the next day right now. All right, we're August 11th, 7:35. The next day, I got pre-market high, pre-market low, previous day high, previous day low marked out. And I want to make sure we stay. Here's the trade from yesterday. It's still in there, so it's got the 300. And all right, so I'm just going to wait for a break of one of these levels that I've marked out. And I kind of hope it breaks the high, since the previous day high and the pre-market high are at the same level. It would be kind of like a double confirmation that it's going to go. This day is just like super rangy so far. And one of the rules I want to put in place is if nothing breaks by like 10 a.m., like no trade that day. So it has to break with some strength. It can't just like kind of break. So that's a break. I'd like a little bit of a pullback here. All right, so we got the pullback. And then since it's tick by tick, it's not tick by tick, it's just like legit like a closed candle. I could target this area or this area, which is just the immediate like swing high or swing low to the left of that area. I'm gonna do one more candle just to like be safe and see here. Yeah, so we'll go in for a short. Take profit is gonna be, that's kind of wide. So I'll make it that level, that first level here. Well, I guess we could try, see if it's like the full thing, and then we'll just see what's up. And then stop loss will just go inside the breakout range. Have some drawdown going here. I had to shorten it, but let's see if it would have played out. I do that like real trading too. I'll like freak out, and then I'm gonna speed this up just to see if it would have played out. Oh yeah, all right. So that level would have played out. I called it early. Like still took a win though. Total profit after 2 days is 481. That's 5 contracts. Let's hop to the next day. All right, next day we're at August 12th, 7:25 a.m. Again, we're just gonna wait for the break. And it has to break with some strength is like one of the rules. Don't mind my baby. I guess it failed. We failed to break this level a couple times, so we could try to do a long back up to this as like a failed breakout here because it failed to break out, retested. I'm gonna wait like one more candle just to see. Stop loss will go just on the other side of that wick of that candle. Take profit. I'm just gonna throw at the swing high, the most previous swing high here, even though it probably could go all the way back up. Oh, now it's like looking like it's going to go for a break of the pre-market low. We'll see though. Like I said, I'm super bad at like trading the rejection of the breakout just because I haven't practiced it as much. But like technically it's like the same rules as the breakout. Like if it fails to break out, retests, and gives like a rejection, you're good for the rejection trade. I need to start actually like trying to trade that in like real life too. Cool. Hit take profit, and that brought us to 725 after 3 trades. Max drawdown was only 156. We're 3 for 3. It doesn't give you the profit factor until you take a loss though, which will probably happen soon here. All right, let's hop to the next day. I literally accidentally fast forwarded beyond the 13th at 7:30, so now we have to jump to the next day. My bad. All right. Sorry I fast forwarded the last day, but now here we are, Friday, the August 14th, 7:30 a.m. So I'll let that candle play out. Again, we failed to break the low here. So technically you could trade the failure. So I would wait for like one more candle. I mean, actually that candle is like super good because it tried to break the level and pushed all the way back up. Maybe just to take a loss, I'll hop in here. And if it works, it works. But take profit, swing high. Well, let's just see. I'll widen that. Stop loss will just be below the candle wick. Probably should have waited like one more candle and a pullback for confirmation. So that technically would have been confirmation. I probably would have got in when this candle was turning green, blue in my case. Again, I'd probably target that, but I'm going to play it slow here and just move this stop loss up a little bit as we go. Oof. All right, we took the loss. And then, so now we broke this level. We took the loss. See that I'm horrible at trading the fail. We took the loss. Profit factor is 8.0, which is freaking insane. This pushed up, you can tell, and it started to push back down. So it's probably we're probably going to drop it lower from here, but I will wait for the full pullback confirmation. All right, so that's a pullback. Let's see what the next candle does. All right, so we'll short. Stop loss is going to go here. It should actually go on the other side of this line. So 200, and we're going to target a 1-to-1 here. Sweet. Got the 1-to-1. On that day, we actually made back because the first loss was pretty small. It was like $90 or whatever. So we made that back. Now we're at 862.50, 80% accuracy. Let's hop to the next day, which will be Monday. All right, here we are, Monday, the 17th, 7:25 a.m. Let's play it out here. See what kind of break we get. Immediate break of that. So obviously breaking this key level and then this key level, there's going to be a little bit of resistance. This tried to push down and it pushed up. It looks like a really good bearish rejection. So we're going to hop in. Stop loss goes on the other side of the little line there. And then I'm just going to target the next swing low from that level. And we'll see what happens. Well, that's not good. Pullback was a little more than I wanted. That candle might like make me super nervous and want to exit the trade. We'll see how this plays out though. I'm not going to move anything. We'll just see how it plays out. So it's retested this level twice now. It's failed to break it twice. So we should still be good for the move down here. This is like the hardest part about trading is like being in the trade and like seeing all this happen and just like trusting that like, oh, we broke the key level. Like it should be good. It should be good. That's not good. It turned out good. I might have set this a little far away. Now I'm going to go ahead and just target this level because it's failing to drop lower. So like real life, I would like change that. You've seen me like trade in real life a little. Well, we've been talking and I've told you like I move my take profit Cool. We got that one. We are at 1,050 after 6 trades, only 5 days. 83% accurate. Profit factor is insane at a 12.2. All right, this one's kind of a weird day, just because the previous day high and low is above the pre-market high low that we got marked out. I always mark the pre-market high low starting at 2 a.m. So right here, and the highs right here. Sometimes too, I think like trading the replay trades gets me a little bit because we could go in for a rejection here because we tried to break that level twice now, but didn't. So we could, like I said, I'm horrible at these. I don't know how this is going to work out, but we could trade. It did start to push back down, but man, I don't know. Let's just see. I don't want to do anything like right now that I wouldn't do like trading real. All right, that's like the third time trying to break that. So I'm going to long it. Take profit's going to go at the swing high there. Stop loss will just go on the other side of the wick with a little bit of room. And let's see what happens. Wow, that was close. That's insane close to wicking out there. And then, man, on these rangy days like this, like honestly, I want to like put it in my playbook to actually just have no trade days on days like this where it just like consolidates like this and just moves sideways and goes nowhere for like, that's been hours that's been doing that. Wow. Yeah, for hours. It's past 11 a.m. here and it's still just like kind of consolidating, moving sideways. Should have hopped out when it was up at the top here. Wow. That's insane. Yeah, so in my like I want to control myself enough to not trade on days where it just like looks like it's going to consolidate and stay rangy on days like this. But just for the sake of the video, and I also want to eventually get better at trading the breakout rejections. So that's why I took that one. But see what happens here. That's crazy just how much it's consolidated and gone nowhere for hours. There, we got wicked out for a loss there. It was a loss of like 200. We're still at 818.
What are you doing?
Profit factor did drop quite a bit from that. Brought the percentage down, obviously, but let's hop to the next day. All right. We're on Wednesday the 19th, 7:35 a.m. We got previous day high, pre-market high, previous day low, pre-market low. My brain's a little exhausted from trading. Oh, whoops. See, I'm already like not slowing it down. That's like what it looks like when I'm fast forwarding it to the next day in between the recordings. Just goes blasts super fast. All right, we got a break. I'd like a little bit of a pullback. That's not really a pullback. In real, probably like trading live, I would jump in there just because I'd be like so anxious to trade. But for the sake of the video, we're gonna see what happens. We got a full pullback. It did test this level right here, pushed up. We're retesting that level. Let's see what the next candle looks like. Cool. So that's probably a rejection, like a breakout rejection. So we probably could trade that down to the next swing low here. But I'm just gonna see if we try to reclaim. Yeah, we could have traded that down to the swing low, but let's just see what happens and if there's a breakout setup, because the whole purpose of this video is like the breakout setup, not like experimenting with trading failed breakouts.
What in the world?
Yeah, we literally could have hopped in here too for targeting that area. And then this just looks like another one of those days where it's just consolidating. Sometimes when it consolidates in the morning, you see those huge moves in the afternoon. So maybe at like power hour, I would check back like around 12 or 1. But yeah, let's just pop to the next day real quick here. Yeah, and that stayed rangy all day. Look at that. All the way till 4, it was rangy. What the heck? That was actually today. So video is over. We made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trades. 818.75 after 8 trades. What was that? 6 days of trading. Max drawdown was 300. 71% accurate. 3.5 profit factor, which is still pretty insane. Like I said, that's one of my favorite friggin' ways to trade. It just makes everything so simple and like it doesn't get confusing. It's something you could repeat every single day. Like all you have to do is wait for a break of one of your levels, a retest, a rejection off of the retest, and then you enter. Super simple.